At the risk of repeating myself, I'll have to say it one more time. It's such a pity that the Sri Lankan side will take no further part in the tournament. Such a sterling performance they've put on with the bat. You'd have to say that they really have been, they really have turned up. Two of their batsmen are in the top 5 run scorers. One is at the top of the tree. And as I said, such a pity that they're not a contender for the semi-finals. Let's just confirm to you why exactly I'm saying that. Batting first, after being put into bat by Kieron Pollard, 189 for 3 in 20 overs. And at no point in the 20 overs did they really look as if they were going too berserk. They just played good shots, 2 half-centuries from Lanka and Pethum Nissanka, and a good finish from their captain, who we thought we were expecting someone else to walk in. Out came Darshan Shanaka and showed exactly why he is possibly captain of that side. Here we are. Welcome to Cricbuzz Live. Once again, for those of you who may be joining for the first time, from all of us on the Cricbuzz Live team, a very happy Diwali to all of you. It's after hours, it's evening now. If you're anywhere in India, you'll be feeling the cacophony of fireworks and celebration, and so be it. I'm joined by 2 people in different parts of the world. A lot quieter where Harsha is, a lot noisier where Joy is. But nonetheless, folks, happy Diwali again.
Happy Diwali to you.
Yes, a very happy Diwali to everybody. I thought the Sri Lankans. It's a tired cliche on the use of the word fireworks, but they showed that, and I completely agree with you. I've become a fan of players like Nissanka, of Lanka. I mean, you talked about one of the strange non-selections of Jason Holder. One of the strangest selections was when they picked Chandimal over Asalanka in the first game, Sri Lanka. I mean, he's a decent player, Chandimal. You look at Asalanka and you realize there's something different about him. The shots he plays, he gets a move on very quickly. Pethum Nissanka doesn't have the same game as Asalanka does. But if you notice the way he maneuvers the field, the way he plays little behind him, occasionally he'll find a gap there, he'll find a gap there. He's not the big 6 hitter that Asalanka can be. But these two, Sri Lanka, look after them. Look after them, because these two are going to be fantastic. 225 runs for one, 155 for the other. What they've done very well is, we talk about the top 3 setting the base, doing everything for the rest of the batting to follow. They've done it at a decent strike rate. So that's the best part.
And that just confirms that 48 of 31 in that partnership of 91 for Charit Asalanka and 40 of 30 for Nissanka, who, as Harsha said, is a bit of a worker, Joy. The first time he really tried to go hard, tried to hit a 6 cow corner, he got caught. But it was a time when he had to do that, and he had to allow someone like Dasun Chanaka to come in and complete the job.
Yeah, Dasun Chanaka just finished it off well. But what's very fascinating, of course, people out here, obviously there's a ban for Diwali, but they're celebrating Sri Lanka's great innings. We have a lot of Sri Lankan supporters in Gurgaon. So obviously this is about Asalanka's innings. But on a more serious level, you look at Asalanka and just the way suddenly, for the last 15 days of tournament, we've had very average batting. You've had individually decent performances, but overall very average batting. Teams have not batted to their plans. And then now 2 days in a row, maybe it's definitely a surface plays a part as well. 2 days in a row, you've had textbook batting performances. India yesterday, the openers putting out something, and then after that, really crashing through. And look at Sri Lanka today. Okay, 8, 9.33, 11.4. Base being set, continuity being maintained, a final kick. So, I mean, that's absolutely fantastic to see that, batting was almost, you were considering batting a lost art, given the kind of wickets we were having and kind of scores that we there. And today, we've just seen another great performance. And from such a young team, I mean, from the Rohits and Rahuls and the Virats and of the world, you expect these performances. This is a very polished performance for such a young team.
So, Harsha, I just happened to drive this morning from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. It's a fabulous highway that connects the two cities. Have they taken a section of that expressway and laid it in Abu Dhabi?
I think I got where you were headed. It's the same pitch that was used yesterday. It's just that, given the disappointments in batting that Joy talked about, we expected lower scores. But what a surface they've prepared. Yesterday, 210 and 150 or thereabouts. Today, there's another 190. And if you believe that West Indies have a chance, it's only because of that surface. Keep your eye out on the towels. We keep saying that all the time. If the towels do come, then hitting through the line might be easy. But Tikshana and Hasaranga's overs will be the key. But what a surface! I mean, so you go to the other end of the square. There's 11 pitches on the square in Abu Dhabi. So 8 is this corner. You come to 4, which means the equivalent, the other side becomes smaller, and the character is completely different. And you'll certainly start getting different scores on that particular one. But this 7 and 8 are supposed to be the best pitches for batting, and this is on pitch number 8, and it's traveling. I mean, they're hitting even with the long boundaries, they're still getting all these runs. So it's been fantastic. I like Dasun Chanaka coming in at 4. I thought they'll send Rajapaksa out, but clearly a right-hander went out, so right-hander came in, and he showed. I mean, you look at his career strike rate. He's made 22 of 13. That's how Chanaka plays. His career strike rate 108, 109 something, which is an aberration, partly to do with the kind of surfaces they play on in Sri Lanka. I mentioned about Bangladesh today, and I'll say this about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka play far too many matches on these 120, 130 pitches. See the kind of batsmen they have. They should be playing more and more on these kind of pitches, and they'll beat a lot of good sides.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be a temptation. I don't know how the system works in the tournament. If there's going to be a temptation now, whatever is played in Abu Dhabi, try and stick to these pitches, because I know, Joy, in the CPL, they did that. They had a plan in place from the start of the tournament, pitch number 1, then 3, then 2. But the moment the groundsman went to pitch number 2, and I'm using that just for now, he realized it was the best surface, stuck with it for 6 games in a row, and even kept it for the playoffs, because remember, the entire tournament was played on one square.
Yeah, I think what they tend to do with the playoffs is they'll have more even boundaries. They'll try and use the center pitches so that the boundaries are more even on either side. I think Joy's on mute again.
He's back.
This is Gurgaon for you. I mean, just how the press is being muzzled in now. That's what we have to talk about. No, not seriously.
No.
7 and 8 is, if there's such good services, I'd love to see more games just continue to be played out there.
Yeah.
But coming to the dew, Harsha, you would have seen the surface out there, all 3 grounds. Are they equally bad when it comes to how much dew comes in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah?
There was quite a bit in Abu Dhabi the day before the India game. And that is what prompted Mohammad Nabi to win the toss and field. That's quite apart from the idiotic theories that are being floated around. There was a lot of dew the day before the game. And so he said, okay, it might help us, because don't forget, Afghanistan want to win too. And there was very little dew yesterday. I don't know now. We'll have to wait and see. It's getting to about 8 o'clock. I'll wait and see. Interestingly, yesterday, the ground felt cold. And I thought if the ground is cold and the air is humid, there might be more dew, but there wasn't. So we'll wait and see today. Sharjah's had a lot of dew. Dubai comes and goes, but Abu Dhabi, it's been a little, it's varied a little. They've got the first semi-final there. I hope it doesn't get affected by the dew.
Just to finish off, Joy, there's a suspicion. I mean, we suspect that, suspicion is a bad word. One suspects that because if there's dew, I mean, they've obviously go out there. Harsha did mention earlier in the tournament, when it comes quickly. Hasaranga, Tikshana will be used early. We're not going to see them in the 16th, 17th, or anywhere probably in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in fact, Tikshana is already on. He's bowling. And of course, there are 2 reasons to it. They genuinely do feel that Gale is a bit suspect against mystery spinners and leggies up early. And of course, trying to get at least 2-3 overs out of their top bowlers right up front. I think they realize also where their strength is. Look, even if they use, 5 of their spinners overs in the first 10, but the target then moves to 12, 13, and they've got a few wickets out there, they'd be happy with that.
That's what Sri Lanka are up against. Other than Roston Chase, who's kind of an accumulator, Lewis, Gale, Hetmeyer, Puran, Pollard, Russell, all of them go big. Jason Holder's no mug with the bat either when it comes to acceleration. Harsha, just before we wrap the show, yes, we know what Gale can do. We know how susceptible he is against mystery spin. Where do you see someone like an Andre Russell batting? Under most circumstances, you'd keep him back. Are you going to have him padded up now?
Yeah, at all times. At all times. I'll probably look for a Puran kind of person early on. But the moment you go past 8-9 overs, I've got Andre Russell, Karen Pollard both ready to come. I hope Chris Gale doesn't eat up deliveries early, because the moment this goes to 12 and a half, it's okay 12 and a half when 5 overs are left. 12 and a half, and this 12, 13 overs left becomes very, very difficult. So they've got to go right from the beginning. They've just got to go. Maybe Puran early to take on the spinners.
Yep, and we know that Puran, we talked about him very early in the tournament. He wasn't quite finding his feet, but now he's found his mojo. Hetmeyer, perhaps the only one yet to fire. If he can get going as well, it could be quite an interesting run chase.
Yeah.
We'll, of course,
I don't see
update
Roston
you on
Chase batting in that order, because Roston Chase is the what Darren Sammy calls the Marlon Samuels kind of player. But because today they have to go. Only if there's an early wicket, maybe Chase will come in. Otherwise, they've just got to keep going.
They certainly do. And just for those who like the technicalities of the net run rate scenario, we feel approximately the 15 over mark is when the West Indies need to get this target. But it's such a big target, you'd pretty much want to get there first and then think of getting there in 15 overs. That's all we have on the show. As we promised, 10th over, Cricbuzz Combox. We shall be back. Not one of those totals where we are saying, will there be one? Won't there be one? Enjoy the fireworks, Harsha. We'll see you soon. All of you, 10th over mark, Cricbuzz Combox. That's all from Cricbuzz Live.